and this time, well, we got a new face that we're about to expose to the public. The lady's name is Lori Long. Lori, it's good to have you here.
Thank you, Sam.
You're with the food bank, Community Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma, or is it Northeastern?
Eastern Oklahoma.
Eastern Oklahoma. All right. Well, it's good to have you here. This is your first time to be with us?
It is, yes. I'm actually new to the food bank as well. I've actually only been on the job about 6 weeks.
Well, and already you're ready to head for the hills, aren't you?
I am.
Well, some of us have made the tour. We are familiar with the inner workings. And one of the reasons we have you back is we are well aware that the food bank, like food banks all over the United States, are really under the gun right now. And things are in short supply. And we're going to let you pretty much tell the story. I'd like to kick it off with you, but let me begin by asking, food was already tough to get. You were even growing your own in some areas out there. Has it become harder now to get food to supply people with?
The short answer is yes. It absolutely has become more difficult. So typically, in food bank world, as you and some of your listeners and viewers may already know, we receive food, incoming food, through a variety of methods. Number one, and probably the most well-known, is food drives. So whether that be through churches or companies or neighborhoods or civic organizations that do a food drive and donate into the food bank. Those have drastically decreased to a point where we had no food drives occurring whatsoever. They are now starting to slowly pick back up, which we are very thankful for. The second way that we receive food, incoming food, is through retail donation. So that would be through our grocery store chains and those retailers that have food inventory that are donating to us when it nears expiration date, so that we can then quickly get it into the hands of those that need it. And then there is, of course, purchased food opportunities that we really only try to go to purchased food opportunities when we absolutely have to. So again, as you can probably imagine, those first two incoming sources, food drives and retail donations, have drastically declined and, like I said, in some cases been completely eliminated. It has forced us to go to the purchased product side of our business. So let me talk about that for a minute. What we've noticed, like I said, I've been on the job now, just wrapped up my 6th week. When I first got here, my very first week, we were just starting to place some of our very first food orders during this pandemic. What normally we would see as a 1 or maybe 2 week at the most lead time, even then was saying 6 to 8 weeks.
Wow.
And so I'm pleased to tell you that thankfully those orders, which we might just be starting to see come in now, actually arrived last week. So they are a little bit ahead of schedule. So that's very, very good news. But as these weeks have gone on and we continue to stagger our food orders purchased wise, we are now seeing 8 to 10, some even 12 weeks delay.
Well, I know that before this pandemic roared across the land, we'd see people come, you know, in a car or a pickup, sometimes with children, sometimes without. But did you ever pick up on the fact that the majority of those coming were women?
I don't know that we have, actually. But now that you say that, I've been present for three of our direct distributions. And you are right. I would have to say the majority that came through have been women.
And the reasons are rather obvious if you understand, which I'm sure you do, the socioeconomic strains in our community. Now, burden that with what we're facing now, and you're seeing everybody. You're seeing all kinds of vehicles
Absolutely.
Newer ones and newer trucks and all that. But folks got hit, man, unaware that this was coming, not ready for it.
Not at all.
And some of them, paycheck to paycheck, was a lifestyle.
Yes.
And now, all of a sudden, we got folks that are really hurting, really hungry.
We really do. I mean, we were seeing an immediate impact by late March, quite honestly. And I think at that point, we were really just a couple of weeks in to the pandemic here in the Tulsa metro area. But now that we are into mid-May, there's been at least, for some households, 3 to 4, even 5 missed paychecks. We are really, really seeing the increase. Our April reports were showing the need having gone up by about 30 to 50%. I'm sorry, that was our March reports, 30 to 50%. Our April reports are now showing 50 to 70% increase in those that are presenting for food assistance. And we know that that's not going to get better in the next weeks to come.
No, it's not.
We're in this for the long haul.
It may be worse.
Yes.
Before it's all said and done. I saw where the other day the children in Tulsa Public Schools and in the Claremore school system are going to continue to receive their food, their lunches, as though they were in school, which is going to be a help.
Yes.
Bless their hearts. You know, the families of these students are still hurting. And that, what the kids get is good for the immediacy of the situation, but how many are going to bed hungry at night? I mean, there's no way to calculate that.
No, there's really not. And quite honestly, that's where our partner agencies come in, so that those families can go and get emergency, what we call disaster boxes, that hopefully can provide meals for those evenings and for those weekends for a multiple day situation.
Sure.
We have emergency disaster boxes that are set for a family of 4 that with normal size portions should be able to feed a family of 4 for 3 to 4 days. And so that's where those boxes come in. And I know that there are a tremendous amount of increased distributions that are happening, again, whether that be church partners, other nonprofit organizations that are really stepping up and creating some of those new opportunities for persons to seek assistance and get help in a safe, contactless manner.
When we made the tour there and took some video of the inner workings of the food bank, we were amazed, quite frankly, at how precise the organization pattern is. You go from things grown to things boxed and canned.
Yes.
You really have, somebody out there has really put, their thinking cap on and say, if we're going to be a food bank, we need to be a food bank and not just give away, freeze-dried foods or things you add water to.
Right.
You're really doing it with an eye toward proper diet.
You are absolutely right. I will tell you, and again, I can't say enough, that I'm just wrapping up my 6th week, and I have stepped into a well-oiled machine. The team that is here at the food bank is a team that is so incredibly dedicated to this mission. They have a can-do attitude. They feed people with dignity. There is no judgment, and we want to be leaders in our field. And so, some of those efforts are what you've mentioned: growing food right here on site, having a culinary center that is preparing fresh, hot meals all the time, but even during this pandemic right now, that would match anything that you could make at home or even get at a restaurant-style meal. And so we really are, in some of those regards, leaders within the nation, but certainly here within our region, that we are very, very proud of. And again, it all goes back to, I think, like what you said, is people that are seeking assistance from our services, our partner agency services, that maybe never thought they would have to get assistance like this. Mm-hmm. They are served with dignity and with respect and no judgment, because they deserve that. And they're going to get a hand up. If we can feed them, if we can keep food on their tables, then they have the ability to continue caring for their children, their seniors, going back to work and being productive members of our community.
Laurie, let's do, in the time we have remaining, which is about a minute and a half, let's talk a little bit about, or hear a little bit about from you on how do they get food from the food bank?
Yes. So there are a variety of ways. The easiest to describe and most simple is to go on our website, okfoodbank.org, and up at the top, there is a hyperlink that says Get Help. And then simply by putting in their zip code, they will be directed to a number of partner agencies that is in their community. We serve 24 counties across all of eastern Oklahoma. So from the north to the south. So just to go to the website and visit that Get Help link. You are also always welcome to call the food bank. And if you are in immediate need, like I said, we do have disaster boxes that are ready to go. And then we are also providing a number of distributions right here on site at the food bank. And again, those are all listed on our website and our social media channels.
And people who are first timers have to understand there is no shame here, and there's no guilt and no finger pointing.
Not at all.
Judgment. If you're in need, it's there.
That's absolutely right. We will greet you with a smile and end with a thank you. And, we are blessed to be serving this community, and we just want to bless others in the process.
Lauren,
so no judgment whatsoever.
All out of time. I'm sorry. Thank you so very much for taking time to visit with us, and congratulations on the new job.
Thank you so much, Sam. I hope to visit again soon.
All right, child. Thank you again. We're all out of time, folks. Thanks for being a part of it. For now, my friends, good night and good luck.